Nithyanandeshwara Sadashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Adi Shakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, visitors, viewers, disciples, Sri Mahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedars sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha all over the world, literally in all time zones. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Awakening wealth consciousness. Let me describe fundamentally what is wealth as per the reality. Understand? I am not denying the crude form of the wealth currency as some meaning. No, I am not denying. I am not saying that crude form of the currency, the country currency use, the raw form of the wealth. I should say a crude form of the wealth which you use for any transaction. I am not saying it has no role, no value, no. I only want to declare that is not alone wealth. Understand? Current which keeps the currency current is wealth. Understand? The Vedic definition. Current which keeps the currency current is wealth. What is fundamentally currency? 100 of us are sitting here. One has 1,000 rupee and he wants food. He gives that to somebody who supplies food. Then he gives that to somebody supplies raw material. He gives that to somebody who gives him health. He gives that to somebody who gives him a house. He gives that to somebody who gives him clothes. Continuously when it is moving, by the time that 1,000 rupee moves between many hands, its value has increased. Understand? The current which keeps the currency moving is the value of the currency. We may ask why some countries' currency has high value, why some countries' currency has no value or low value. It is our ability to keep our currency moving. The current which moves the currency keeps the value for currency. If you have too many reasons to use that currency, which you can buy only through that currency, that keeps the value. That current keeps the value of that currency. Mahadeva, Sadashiva, the greatest economist, defines wealth. Understand? You will never look at Mahadeva as an economist. Understand, he can wear ordinary Rudraksha bead which has no value. Because he wears it, becomes a trend, fashion, millions wear, and that becomes a valuable commodity now. Many of you don't know the Rudraksha I am wearing, that is more valuable than the gold covering it. It is highly praised than the gold covering it. You will not understand the economy of Mahadeva, Sadashiva, till you understand the real wealth. The economy of Vishnu is different. Whatever is valuable he wears. The world's largest gem, Shamantaka, is on his chest. Miss Universe is his wife. The best flight, Garuda, is his vehicle. But with Sadashiva, if you see, all the things useless for society, Basma, from the Smashana, that is his cosmetics. And the Rudraksha, which nobody touches, which is falling from the trees, some bead, that is his jewelry. Snakes, which nobody goes near, is his ornament. All the things he uses, understand. He is making a statement about wealth. If you read Agama, his words, beautifully describes wealth in multiple places. Our ability to be intelligently active is wealth. Understand, intelligently active and constantly contributing. I am not saying don't accumulate currency, but I am saying fundamentally understand the concept of currency, then start moving your life and others' life. Then you will understand not only the wealth consciousness is awakened in you, you will never bother about incompletions related to wealth. See, there are multiple incompletions people carry about wealth. First thing, the moment I utter the word, there is so much of that depression, that deprived feeling. Everyone has, I don't have. For what I am contributing, I have not been given my share. The various thought currents. Sometimes, oh, I am loaded with it. I don't know how to save it, how to protect it. From various resources, from various people you need to protect your wealth. Sometimes the illegal sources which are trying to snatch it from you. Sometimes the legal sources which are the so-called legal sources which are trying to snatch it away from you. Sometimes illegally legal and legally illegal sources trying to snatch away from you. So you are worried about protecting. That is also an incompletion. Understand? Any incompletion related to wealth will disappear if you are awakened to the wealth consciousness. And awakening to the wealth consciousness is not becoming fool, irresponsible, careless. No. No. It is the most powerful strategy. Understand? Whenever your inner space is capable of including 5 people in your life, you build a good family. If your inner space is capable of including 50 people in your life, you build a good team. If your inner space is capable of building few hundred people in your life, you become a social leader. If your inner space is capable of including few thousands, you become leader for your region. If your inner space is capable of including a state in you, you become a leader of the state. If your inner space is capable of including a country in you, you become the leader of the country. Understand? If your inner space is awakened to understand and include the concept of wealth, you will see wealth becomes just part of your life. I tell you. Never went to university to learn anything. First time I entered university is only to give a program, class, to teach in my life. Few thousand gathered. Same way, never touched money, any currency. If at all I have touched only to give dana, means charity. But in my inner space, I see very clearly, money is just a number. If I want to build a temple, 1,000 crore, I see 1,000 crore in front of me. If I want to build a temple for 2,000 crore, I see 2,000 crore in front of me. Money was never, currency was never matter. Understand? As long as currency appears in front of you as a matter, you will be in delusion. Currency is not a matter. It is your conscious decision. As long as there is incompletion between you and currency, there are blind spots. Your decision to contribute to the world, your decision to be intelligent through your contribution, your decision to inspire, your ability to inspire people to support you back, it's all is the whole triangle of wealth. Understand? Your decision to contribute, your decision to be intelligent in your contribution, your decision to inspire people to support you back so you can continue to contribute. That's all. People ask me about charity. I tell you, charity is the most cunning, trickiest way of keeping the value of currency up. That's all. It is only by charity even the idea of currency is going to be kept valuable for a middle class and lower middle class. Understand, if you know you are not going to get, you are not going to work for it. If the carrot is dangled in front of you, that it is going to be available for you, if you do this, you are going to run behind it. I tell you, the whole, understand, I am just bunking the myth called charity. All this large charity, all this big charity, I tell you, they need to do charity only then the idea, concept of currency is going to be kept alive. If you know something is never going to come in your life, you are not going to run behind it. You are going to be completely frustrated about the currency. when the mass starts getting frustrated about currency, the collective global economical meltdown starts happening. Understand? Economic meltdown is nothing but mass getting to the understanding, mass trying to come out of the delusion called currency. Understand? Currency is instrument. Instrument itself is not intelligent. Instrument can only be transactional mechanism. It can be used to kindle your fear and greed. It can be used to kindle your fear and greed. But if the transactional mechanism called currency is unreachable for you, then you are just going to be frustrated and say, shut down, come on. No. Then what is the use of working? It is no more relevant to you. Understand? Anything which can drive your fear and greed only is relevant to your life. If something cannot drive your fear and greed, it is redundant, irrelevant to your life. All these large trillionaires, billionaires charity is nothing but a cunning strategy to keep the concept of currency relevant to you. Understand? This whole large, the huge chunk of so-called currency accumulated in the hands of few people. I tell you, almost 90% is in the hands of 1% of the human population. Then the remaining 99% is slowly getting disillusioned about this concept of currency. It's almost becoming irrelevant for your life, redundant. You are just given you know that now if you even work for your whole life, you are not going to see the million. Then why will you work? You decide to move out of this currency system, the grid-hooked lifestyle. Hooked to the grid lifestyle. So you need to be cajoled, you need to be patterned, you need to be just supported, given the delusive consolation. No, you are going to get it. There is a possibility. It is there. I tell you, the very lottery itself is just a concept to make you feel still the concept of currency is relevant to your life. I need to debunk the concept of myth of currency. Only then you will understand wealth. You need to put your energy in the direction of wealth, not in the direction of currency. Understand? Currency should be your byproduct. Early morning when you wake up, you should know what is your life out of freedom, joy, and live whole day. Because you are breathing, the currency should follow you. That is wealth consciousness. Because you are conscious, wealth should be following you. That is wealth consciousness. Understand, any hitching towards the wealth, any hitching towards the wealth is not yearning wealth. It is only getting tortured towards currency. Large blind spots. Understand? If you understand the Sadashiva's concept of currency and Sadashiva's concept of wealth and Sadashiva's concept of economy, I am defining wealth as per Sadashiva from Agamas. Your ability to intelligently enrich the society in some form. Enriching does not mean only through teaching. It can even be stitching their shoes. Even that is enriching. Enriching in some form. Enriching the humanity in some form and doing it very intelligently and inspiring the humanity to contribute back to you so you can continue to enrich. That's it. That is wealth. That is wealth consciousness. That's a strategy for wealth. Currency is modus operandi, the methodology through which interaction and transactions happen is currency. If the wealth consciousness is awakened in multiple people and you make the currency more current, that is called economy. That's all. Understand, I have defined these three words clearly. I have clearly defined these three words. Wealth, currency, economy. End of the day, just if your existence makes money, you will not be bothered about money. Your very consciousness will live wealthy. What is it that takes to make wealth consciousness? I think you can never get the wealth or retain it. No. Fundamental principle for wealth consciousness, understand? And doing it very intelligently and inspiring the humanity to contribute back to you so you can continue to enrich. That's it. That is wealth. That is wealth consciousness. That's a strategy for wealth. Currency is modus operandi, the methodology through which interaction and transactions happen is currency. If the wealth consciousness is awakened in multiple people and you make the currency more current, that is called economy. That's all. Understand, I have defined these three words clearly. I have clearly defined these three words. Wealth, currency, economy. End of the day, just if your existence makes money, you will not be bothered about money. Your very consciousness will live wealthy. What is it that takes to make wealth consciousness? I'll give you the nitty-gritties, the inner software of wealth consciousness to you now. First thing, decision, your cognition, your depth should decide with all integrity and authenticity and responsibility, somewhere to enrich the society, humanity. Through cunningness and stealing and grabbing, you can never get the wealth or retain it. No. Fundamental principle for wealth consciousness. Understand, I am going to give you some of the fundamental principles of wealth consciousness. You just listen and internalize to your depth. That's enough. You will manifest wealth consciousness. You will be awakened to wealth consciousness. First awakening you need to have. No cunning strategies. No cunning strategies are going to work. Shortest distance between 2 points is straight line. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Understand? Most powerful strategy for manifesting wealth is integrity. Most powerful strategy. If you want 2-digit, 3-digit level money, maybe 1 or 2 lakhs or 1 or 2 crores, then cheating, stealing, all that may work. Robbing the bank, all that may work. But if you are really interested in living with wealth forever, the most easiest and the right strategy is integrity. Decide with responsibility. You will start contributing to the humanity. Understand? Manifesting your cognition is life. Understand? Whatever cognitions, conclusions you have about life in your life, you will go on be manifesting that every day. If you have the conclusion you are going to fall sick day by day, the more and more you breathe every day, every night, finally you will manifest that. It is your conclusions you manifest. If you have the conclusion, the cunning methods, cheating brings wealth, you will only be manifesting that, or waiting to some cunning methodology to click so you can manifest wealth. No. All waiting for cunning strategies to manifest wealth ends in frustration. And then you have a deep negative cognition about wealth. That is not going to happen for me. No. That is not for me. You end up there. In utter frustration. Then even if Sadashiva comes and gives the poetry, hey, go. You will be afraid. No. Who knows whether I am going to get the praise? Or beating. Listen to this. Fundamentally, the first truth of awakening wealth consciousness, I am not giving you this as a teaching, I am giving you this as a software programming. Just internalize and come to this conclusion, that's all. You don't need to practice it. Anything you need to practice. Practice is a 4-letter word for me. Coming to conclusion is all I ask from you. No belief, no faith, no. Coming to conclusion, integrity. The first cognition you need to have, the first conclusion I request you to arrive. No cunning strategy will manifest wealth in your life. You may grab little currency through cunning strategies, but it will never become wealth of your life. I tell you, I am traveling all over the world. I am seeing all the culture, country, every background beings. Still now, I have heard at least about thousands of types of lotteries, but not seen a single man who has become permanently wealthy, rich by a lottery. Understand? I have not seen a single man who really became wealthy, stayed with his wealth through a lottery. No. That's the most funny thing. Then what is happening to all the big lotteries going on? The economy Sadashiva is teaching is neither capitalism, nor communism, or socialism. It is responsibilism. The responsibility you take, that decides the kind of the wealth going to be around you. That's it. That's it. The first understanding, conclusion you need to arrive. Integrity is the best strategy for manifesting wealth. Second conclusion, listen. Second conclusion you need to arrive. Whatever I am talking is not teaching. The moment it is teaching, you will push it into a moral dustbin. All of you have a moral dustbin. Oh, everybody talks. What is there? You know how to dump that. For ages, that moral dustbin is what keeps you as you want, without transformation. You start, my mother all the times tells me to do yoga in the morning, but she doesn't do. Now from that moral dustbin starts growing in you. Anything you call it as teaching, you dump it in the dustbin and never do it. I am not giving you any moral teachings. Be very clear, don't push me into moral dustbin. No. I am talking to you. If you come to all these conclusions, you will live wealthy forever. And if you are not able to come to this conclusion, I will support you, help you by awakening your Kundalini Shakti to see these conclusions as reality. That's all. I tell you, ahimsa, non-violence, can be practiced only by a strong person. Only by a strong person. Not by the fellow who is already about to die. He knows if he raises his hand, somebody will kill him or he himself will collapse. Then what kind of ahimsa? No. Ahimsa can be practiced only by the person who is strong. I tell you, same way, only a sannyasi who renounced everything can live with wealth consciousness. The most beautiful strategy for the wealth from Isavasya Upanishad. Ishavasya midagum sarvam yatkinja jagatyan jagad tena tyaktena bunjita makridakasya sviddanam kurvannevega jijivishetchadagnu samaha evam tvayinanya karma lipyate. The Upanishad goes on. I'll translate just 2 lines. Enjoy by not possessing but owning. Tena tyaktena bunjitam akrita kasya sviddanam kurvanneveha jijivishetchadagnu samaha evam tvayinanyadedosti na karma lipyate nare. Understand? A man who owns manifests wealth. Man who possesses suffers with stress and depression. Understand, I own this property, but I don't possess this property. Possessing is exclusiveness. Owning is inclusiveness. Owning and letting everyone enjoy it. More and more of your capabilities, if you are a writer, if you are a speaker, if you are a thinker, whatever you have, own it and make more and more people to enjoy it. That's all. When you own and make more and more people enjoy, you will manifest wealth. If you possess and with the exclusivity, you will deprive yourself and collapse into poverty. Listen, anything you have, capacity to write, capacity to read, capacity to think, capacity to speak, capacity to exist, capacity to grow wealth, capacity to grow agricultural products, anything you have. If you share the best strategies for life, you are called Brahmana. If you share an ideology and give the security feeling to people, you are a Kshatriya. If you share a product you made out of your time and life, you are Vaishya. If you just share your time to anybody who wants to use it, you are a Shudra. Understand? Varna is not Jati. Jati is the British invention. Varna is Vedic invention. Varna is not Jati. I strongly support Varna and Ashrama Dharma. But what we call in the modern day Jati was never there. It is only Varna and Ashrama. Dharma is from Manu. Agama talks only about the Varna and Ashrama, not Jati. Let me expand on wealth consciousness. The first conclusion you need to come, it is integrity. That's the most shortest way to enjoy wealth. Second, owning but not possessing means go on sharing. I have seen sometimes people, when they take up a job, they develop vengeance towards boss. Hey, you are giving only 50,000 salary for me. I'll work only for 8 hours minimum just to handle your questions, not more than that. So this is the way he starts. He thinks he's cheating his boss. In 6 months, he himself starts believing this much only is his capacity. He has cheated himself. Understand? Cheating your boss. In 6 months, you will believe that as your capacity and you will cheat yourself forever. You making your boss believe this is only your capacity because you want to take revenge on him. You don't want to. You want to possess you. You don't want to own you. Understand? Own you and let everyone enjoy you. Your attitudes, your understandings, your behavior, everything. If it is all about possessing you, you will only feel deprived. If you own you and let everyone enjoy what you are capable of, you will live in richness. Whether it is you, your capabilities, own it, don't possess it. Do not bother. Radiating, sharing it should be your fundamental thought current. That's a second conclusion. Third, bring brilliance in your sharing. My Gurukul is 100% free. Food, stay, education, everything is free. Because Sadashiva says, Guru is supposed to beg and feed the disciples. I said, I may beg physically or in the internet, but I will beg and feed my disciples. My Gurukul is 100% free. Not only I am teaching them English, math, science, I am teaching them true history. I am teaching them the real powers and possibilities they can manifest. I am teaching them life. Only thing, I am not doing the stupid things which you guys have designed for a generalized way. Understand? All generalization creates more blind spots. When there is a Google Earth available, Google Map is available, why will I make them memorize the capitals of all the countries and states? Macaulay's time it was not there, so you have to memorize. Capital of India is Delhi and capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai. You have to memorize. Now there is a Google Earth and Google Map. Just Google it, that's all. They need to be taught Googling. So I am only removing all those stupid blind spots become part of the education because of the generalization. Understand? All generalization is faulty generalization. All generalization is faulty generalization. Jealousy, comparison is the byproduct of the faulty generalization. It is utter stupidity to give marks to human beings. Utter stupidity to give marks to human beings. It is like I saw memes in the Facebook. There is a fish in a pot, and there is a monkey, there is an elephant, there is a zebra, there is a snake, there is a crocodile, there is a tiger. And the educationist says, to have a fair game, we will have the examination. Who claims this tree first? Please start. That is what I call faulty generalization. What will happen to the fish if he comes out of the water to climb the tree? All generalization is faulty generalization. Understand? What I am trying to convey, I will give you the essence. Media wants me to do the charity of what they think as best. I am doing the charity of what is best. If you think food is the best thing happened in your life, you can do just Annadan. If you think education is the best thing happened in your life, you share that with the world. That's your charity. If you think clothes are the best things happened to your life and you share the clothes, Vastradana, that's your charity. If you think enlightenment and spiritual powers are the best thing happened in your life, you share that with the world. That's all I am doing. Every day I am sharing the spiritual powers at least with few thousand people. Understand? Share in a very intelligent way. Let your enriching be authentic performance of you. You can enrich the world by sitting and painting the table, or you can enrich the world by teaching the science of making tables. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% You decide what is the most authentic way you can enrich. First conclusion you need to arrive is integrity is the best strategy. The next conclusion you need to arrive: own but don't possess. Go on be sharing, whether it is you or your space or your qualities or your qualifications. I tell you, the words you utter people may listen, but the way you behave people feel it. Let your behavior is all about owning, not possessing. That's the second conclusion. Third, let your enriching be most authentic, means every day upgrade yourself. Ultimate should not be final. Ultimate grows every day. Ultimate is not final. Today's ultimate is not tomorrow's ultimate. Tomorrow's ultimate is different. Brahmanda expands, cosmos expands. For you, something is ultimate today, which is not ultimate tomorrow. It expands. So, go on becoming authentic in your sharing, enriching. Next, important conclusion: do not feel shy to encourage people to support you back to enrich the world. Be confident, courageous about what you are doing. Don't be weak. Be confident about what you are contributing and encourage people to contribute back to them, so you can continue to contribute. You can keep this Dharma Chakra alive. That's all. Just these 4 conclusions. Arrive. Now, one good news I have for you is our Vedic masters, Vedic rishis, Vedic visionaries, starting from Sadashiva, they have mastered a science to bring these highest thought currents and ignite your inner space through certain rituals and processes. That's what we call Homa and making Aushadha. Understand? Thought is as matter as any item which is seen by you in front of you. Please listen. I am repeating. A thought current is as matter as the mic, camera, TV, and all the items you are seeing in front of you. If this hand key can be given to you, a thought current also can be given to you. Our Vedic visionaries have mastered the science of bringing a thought current and infusing it into the people. It is called initiation. They mastered this science. It is possible. It is reality. There is no placebo effect range. Understand? There is something called placebo effect. Any doctor gives any medicine, 40% of the patients will be cured. That's called placebo effect. The effect of this initiation is not the placebo range. It is undeniable. It can stand the scrutiny of the verification, follow-up, documentation and scientific research and analysis. It is not placebo effect range. Understand, our masters have mastered this science of making the thought current come in a space through yajna. Means the thought current from the space will be brought into the air through the mantras, and into the fire through the offerings, into the water in the kata pot, and sprinkled on you, and into your mind through that water being sprinkled on you. Our masters have mastered this science, and that thought current also can be brought down into something called aushadha, energy herbs. It is unique to South India, the Siddha tradition. Understand, the Lagulisha Saivism of Saurashtra also speaks about this science, but unfortunately, now it is not being practiced in Saurashtra. Lot is lost. But still, in deep down South India, this Siddha tradition is alive, bringing those thought currents into Aushadha. Of course, it was alive once, long ago, once upon a time, 100 years before, during Ramakrishna's time, even in a place called Tarapet in Calcutta, in West Bengal, near Calcutta, a place called Tarapet. Ramakrishna records in his biography, in his reminiscences, that he has seen the masters of this Aushadha science in Tarapet. Unfortunately, neither in West Bengal nor in Saurashtra, now it is a living science, means a large number of people are not practicing. Of course, if I have to tell the truth, even in South Tamil Nadu, South India, it's not large number of people are practicing, but still the science is alive. Fortunately, before it died, I happened. (1979) would have been too late. 1978, right time. Did not allow it to die. We will revive this science, understand, with a unique, powerful spiritual herbs. These thought currents will be infused. And when you apply that on your forehead and third eye, that thought currents become just part of you, and it just starts manifesting as your life. It almost looks like a magic pill. It is magic pill till you use this pill. Once you use, you will understand it is not magic pill, it is just logic pill. It is not magic pill, it is logic pill. Till you use, it may look like magic pill. Once you use it, you will understand it is logic pill. So now, I am going to do two things. One, the Dhanagarshana Bhairava Homa, the thought currents of awakening wealth consciousness in you, deciding to be ferocious within you and awaken your wealth consciousness. Ferociousness is not anger. If you feel society has cheated you, you are angry about the wealth, you will never manifest wealth. Ferociousness is different, anger is different. Kala Bhairava, Dhanagarshana Bhairava is ferocious but not angry. Understand? To infuse the ferociousness to manifest wealth consciousness in you, there will be Dhanagarshana Bhairava Homa, and I will be making the Dhanagarshana Bhairava Aushadha, means this highest wealth conscious thought currents. Now I shared with you only 4 conclusions. There are few more, literally like an inner software to manifest wealth. I'll bring that into that energy, herbs, aushadha, and share it with you all. Apply it and sleep. You will sleep your way to wealth. Understand, I am responsible for what I am uttering. I am not here to give you false promises. I am not here to cheat. I am straight. I am here to bring spiritual legitimacy to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. All my life, I am standing only for this one statement. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. Understand, I am responsible for what I am uttering. Just apply this aushadha. You will start manifesting the wealth consciousness, and naturally, as the side effect of the wealth consciousness, wealth itself, currency itself, and the science and ability to keep the currency current. Understand, I defined all the three words. What is wealth? What is currency? What is economy? As per Sadashiva, is the ultimate visionary of humanity. His vision document is the Agamas. Is the ultimate visionary of humanity. His vision document is Agamas. Now, we will enter into the Homa. Few minutes till we start the Homa. I want you to pen down, once the wealth consciousness happens in you, what all you want to manifest. Pen down. It may be as simple as, I want the house in which I was renting, I wanted to buy that house. Or it can be as complicated as, every beach I need to have a private beach house. It can be anything. Pen down what you want to manifest once the wealth consciousness is awakened in you. It's almost like a wish list. Who knows? Suddenly Mahadeva may appear and say, Tatastu. Why do you want to take chance? He may just appear and say, Tatastu. Pen down. Pen down. Whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to manifest, once the wealth consciousness happens in your life.
பாரி பாரி ஏச்சலில்லாதவர் பிழைக்க செய்த மார்க்கம் என் மக்கள் எண்ணி எண்ணி பாரீர் நீரே பாரப்பானால் வேதம் நாளும் பாரு பற்றாசை வைப்பதற்கோ பிணையோ கோடி வீரப்பா ஒன்றொன்றுக்கு ஒன்றை மாறி வீணிலே அவர் பிழைக்க செய்த மார்க்கம் தேரப்பா தெரு தெருவே புலம்புவார்கள் சொன்னேன் இடமும் சொன்னேன் பின்கலையும் முன்கலையும் ஒடுக்கம் சொன்னேன் பாருலகில் பல நூலின் மார்க்கம் சொன்னேன் பல பேர்கள் நடத்துகின்ற தொழிலும் சொன்னேன் சீருலகம் இன்னதென்று திருட்டி சொன்னேன் சித்தான சித்தெல்லாம் சுருக்கி சொன்னேன் நேரு சொன்னேன் வழி சொன்னேன் நிலையும் சொன்னேன் நின்னுடம்பை இன்னதென்று பிரித்துச் சொன்னேன் பிரித்துரைத்தேன் சூத்திரம் ஈரெட்டுக்குள்ளே பித்தர்களே நன்றாக தெரிந்து பார்க்கில் பிரித்துரைத்த நூலினது மார்க்கம் சொன்னேன் விழாதே இந்த நூலிருக்குதென்று கருத்துடனே அறிந்து கொண்டு கலை மாறாதே காரியத்தை நினை கொள்ளு. சுருதி சொன்ன செய்தி எல்லாம் சுருக்கி சொன்னேன். சூத்திரம் போல் 16 தொடுத்தேன் முற்றே. பெண்ணை வைத்தும் நாளப்பா சக்கரத்தை பூசை செய்வார். நம்முடைய பூசை என்ன மேரு போலே ஓதப்பா 40 தான் என்ற மேருவைத்தான் பூசை செய்வார். சாபமிட்டால் அண்டரண்டம் தீயாவேகும். தேன் என்ற மேருவுக்கு தீட்சை வேண்டும். சிறு பிள்ளையாம் ஒருவன் தீண்ட போக வாவென்ற மேருவைத்தான் பூசை செய்தோர். வாய் திறந்தே உபதேசம் சொன்னாராகி. கோரென்ற வாத சித்தி கவன சித்தி கொள்ளையிட்டான் அவன் சீடன் கூறினானே. கூறியதோர் வாலையின் 3 எழுத்தை கேளாய். குறியறிந்து பூசை செய்து பின்பு கேளாய். மாறியதோர் திரிபுரை 8 எழுத்தை கேளாய். மைந்தனே இவளை நீ பூசை பண்ணு. தேறியதோர் புவனை தரின் எழுத்தை கேளாய். திறமாக புவனையை நீ பூசை பண்ணு. மண்ணினாலே சேத்து மத்திலி போல தியங்குவாரே. தியங்கினால் கெர்ச்சித்து புறத்து சண்ணும். சீரியர் மிலேச்சரையே சகத்தின் உள்ளே. மயங்கினார் 4 பாதத்தின் உள்ளும். மனம் செவ்வையாவதெப்போது அறிவதெப்போ. தயங்கினார் உலகத்தில் கோடி பேர்கள். சாவதும் பிறப்பதும் காவடி போலாச்சு. துயங்கினார் துயரத்தால் ஞானம் போச்சு. சுடுகாட்டில் அறிவது போல் சுத்தப்பாழே. பாழான மாய்கை சென்றொழிவது எப்போ. பரந்த மனம் செவ்வையாய் வருவது எப்போ. வாழான விழியுடைய பெண்ணை சேரும். மயக்கமற்று நிற்பதெப்போ மனமே ஐயோ. காழான உலகம் அதன் ஆசையெல்லாம். கருவறுத்து நிற்பதெப்போ கருதி நின்ற. கோளார கருவி விட்டு மேலே நோக்கி. கூடுவதும் ஏதென்ற மூலம் பாரே.
சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ ஓம். சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர ஹர ஓம். சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ ஓம். சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர ஹர ஓம்.
மூலமதில் 6 தலம் கீழே தள்ளி. முதிர்ந்து நின்ற மேலாரும் எடுத்து நோக்கி. கோலமுடன் முன்மனையை தாண்டி ஏறி. கொடியதொரு ஞான சக்திக்குள்ளே மைந்தா. பாலமென்ற கேசரியாம் மௌனத்தூன்றி. பராபரம மந்திரத்தில் ஞானம் முற்றி. காலமோடு பிறப்பும் கடந்து போகும். கைவிட்ட சூத்திரம் போல் சடமும் ஓங்கே ஓம்கார முதற்கொண்டைந்தெழுத்தோடாரும் உற்று நின்ற பஞ்சகத்தாள் இருந்திடம் பார் ஆங்காரம் ஆணவம் நான் எனலும் போனால் அப்பவலோ அகாரம் முதல் உகாரம் காணும் பாங்கான மகாரமோடு விந்துநாதம் பரவியதன் மேல் நிற்கும் பராபரம்தான் வாங்கான மௌனத்தை பற்றியேறு மருவி நின்றலகிரியை தானொத்து உருவி அந்த மண் சென்று சலத்தை உண்ணும் பத்தி நின்ற சலமதுதான் தீயை உண்ணும் பாங்கான உடரே மதுவை உண்டு மேல் பாரீரே பாரப்பா ஆகாரம் முதல் உகாரம் கொள்ளும் பாங்கான உகாரம் அது மகாரம் கொள்ளும் நேரப்பா மகாரம் அது விந்து கொள்ளும் நேரான விந்துவது நாதம் கொள்ளும் சேரப்பா நாதமுற்று சக்தி கொள்ளும் சேர்ந்து நின்ற சக்தி அல்லோ சிவத்தை கொள்ளும் ஆரப்பா சிவன் தன்னை பரந்தான் கொள்ளும் அம்பரத்தை கொண்டவிடம் அருந்தே உன்னே உன்னி நின்ற மூல முதல் ஆறும் பார்த்தே உருகி நின்ற சுழுமுனையை அறிந்து பின்பு மன்னி நின்ற மதிமேல் சாம்பவியை கண்டு மருவி நின்று மனம் உறைந்து தேர்ந்த பின்பு பன்னி நின்ற இவ்வளவும் யோக மார்க்கம் பகலிரவு மற்றவிடம் ஞான மார்க்கம் சன்னி நின்றவிடம் கண்டால் அவனே ஞானி காட்டுவான் கேசரியை காட்டுவானே
சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ ஓம் சங்கர சிவ சங்கர சிவ சங்கர ஹர ஓம்.
The Upanishad says how the fire is hidden inside the wood. Like that, enlightenment is hidden inside us. The Omkara is the technique, like how we rolled the wood. Like that, the Omkara, not chanting, but vibrating with Omkara. Vibrating with Omkara, the enlightenment manifests. And also, traditionally, the third eye of the master who churns, from the third eye, you see, all intention opens up from third eye. The intention to invoke the fire for a certain purpose, the intensity of the intention decides the intensity of the hands. Understand? You cannot move the hand without an intention. So with that intention, when the hand moves, the intention gets into the fire and the fire gets provoked, invoked, energized by that intention. Now from that, the yajna, the homagni is brought. Now the Dhanagarshana Bhairava will be invoked into that fire and the mantra to invoke him will be chanted. It's a powerful science, as I was explaining. Understand very clearly, Ayurveda's placebo effect is at least 10 times more than allopathy's placebo effect. The number of disease, ability to diagnose, ability to manage, ability to cure, ability to completely heal and get you back the quality of life. In every dimension, Ayurveda is much more powerful than allopathy. Understand? The only mistake our masters did, we are not brutal. Even in the war, we are dharmic. People who invaded us, even in the life, they are brutal. We, even in our war, we are dharmic. We won't lift a weapon on sunsets. The people who invaded us, even in their life, they are brutal. The only mistake. Otherwise, all these great sciences, they are more powerful than any placebo effect. Understand? Many of us think, even practicing Hindus, we think, okay, I want to support Hinduism, maybe there is little effect of all this. No, it's a clear science. I can put my integrity at stake on any of these signs. That is why I am saying I am responsible for what I am uttering. These powerful thought currents can be brought down in the form of energies in the fire, Homagni, and can be infused into the sacred herbs and can be shared to everyone. You can experience the power of thought currents and manifestation of the thought currents in your real life. Not story, fantasy, in real life. If the Putrakameshti Yajna means the Homa, Yajna for having children, if it is performed, simply it will translate into you getting the children. If Dhanakarshana Homa is performed, simply it will manifest you manifesting wealth consciousness and wealth. Every step is a science, pure science, more scientific than any science, more scientific than any so-called modern science. I have seen many of these so-called rationalists behave very irrationally. Many scientists behave very unscientifically. But I tell you, this science is more scientific than any science. So now, we will be invoking the grace of Mahasadashiva, Mahaganapati and Dhanakarshana Bhairava. Please chant along with me. Now we will be projecting a mantra in your screen. Chant along with me. This is the mantra to invoke the presence of Dhanakarshana Bhairava. Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranata Abhishta Paripuranaya Eschi Karunanide Mahyam Hiranyam Tapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha Om Shreem ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्टपरिपूरणाय एहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं तापय तापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्टपरिपूरणाय एह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं तापय तापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा. You can continue to chant now. Acharya will guide you. Before that, while you are chanting, I am going to prepare something called Purvanga Puja, means initiating rituals like purifying the fire and invoking the Vagishwari and Vagishwara, the gods and goddesses who carry this Ahuti and reach it out to Swarnakarshana Bhairava, purifying all the items needed, energizing them, and literally bringing that wealth consciousness software into the sacred herbs which I am going to now use to make Aushadha. All these preliminary rituals, it is called Purvanga Puja. I am going to be doing that Purvanga Puja, preliminary rituals. Please continue to chant the Bhairava mantra.
Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranata Abhishta Paripuranaya Yehi Karunanidhe Mahyam Hiranyam Dapaya Dapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranata Abhishta Paripuranaya Yehi Karunanidhe Mahyam Hiranyam Dapaya Dapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranata Abhishta Paripuranaya Yehi Karunanidhe मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये हि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षण भैरवाय प्रणत अभीष्ट परिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ.
Now, successfully the software, that fundamental energy of invoking the wealth consciousness in you is invoked in fire and in the sacred herbs. Both. Now the energizing process will go on for little time. Then the completion. Once the completion is done, the Aushadha Prasadam will be given to all of you. And if you are not physically here, even sitting in this energy field, now connecting and sitting, you will manifest this spiritual energy of wealth consciousness. Understand? Even while you sit wherever you are and connect, because the energy has no time-space restriction, it manifests in you. Especially when you want to manifest wealth for higher causes, never Mahadeva denies his showers. Kubera gives, Lakshmi pours, Sadashiva showers. Kubera gives, Lakshmi pours, Sadashiva only showers. The whole Mahasadashivoham is all about infusing various possibilities and powers in your being and making you manifest it through proper initiations, spiritual alchemy process, and ultimately Aushadha, the energy herbs, using everything Hinduism talks about. All the technology and methodology Hinduism has, using all the best things of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, using all the best ancient sciences of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and making you manifest all the possibilities and powers of Mahasadashiva, and making you experience the multi-dimensions of the universe. Understand? That is one of the important component every human being need to experience. If you are here, the very purpose of life is manifesting possibilities and powers and experiencing the universe in all its dimension. Don't miss it. And I give you the assurance, wealth, time, nothing will be obstacle. Everything will support you. Put your intention in the form of intention form. Express your intention, that's enough. You will see wealth flows, time, energy, all the support you need, everything gets organized and your intention becomes reality without even you. Planning about it, strategizing about it. Your will simply become reality. My blessings. Put your intention through the intention form, and whatever you wrote, you want to manifest. Once the wealth consciousness manifests in you, sit with that and continue to chant this mantra. This will vibrate you in the same space of Swarnagarshana Bhairava, Dhanagarshana Bhairava. The whole software will get into your system. After a few minutes, after the rituals are concluded, we will enter into completion Purnahuti and completion of the Aushadha. So let's continue the mantra chanting, vibrating with Swarnagarshana Bhairava, the wealth consciousness energy. Let's vibrate with this awakening wealth consciousness energy.
Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranata Abhishta Paripuranaya Ye Hyehi Karunanidhe Pranatabhishta Paripuranaya Ye Hyehi Karunanidhe Mahyam Hiranyam Dapaya Dapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranatabhishta Paripuranaya Ye Hyehi Karunanidhe Mahyam Hiranyam Dapaya Dapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Om Namo Bhagavate Swarnakarshana Bhairavaya Pranatabhishta Paripuranaya Ye Hyehi Karunanidhe Mahyam Hiranyam Dapaya Dapaya Shreem Hreem Kleem Swaha ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणताभीष्टपरिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ॐ नमो भगवते स्वर्णाकर्षणभैरवाय प्रणताभीष्टपरिपूरणाय ये ह्येहि करुणानिधे मह्यं हिरण्यं दापय दापय श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं स्वाहा.
Yes, we can now come to the Uttaranga Puja, means conclusive of Swarnagarshana Bhairava, Dhanagarshana Bhairava Homa and Swarnagarshana Bhairava, Dhanagarshana Bhairava Aushada making process. With this high energy of Swarnagarshana, Dhanagarshana Bhairava, anybody who has an intention for Mahasadashivoham, put your intention, sit with that intention, it will become reality. Wealth always supports higher castes. It is there only for higher castes. So, let's start the conclusion process. Once again, I invite all of you, understand it is time. You need to have superconscious breakthrough. Just now, actually I went out to give a session to France. Hall is packed, jam-packed in France. I told them, best bodies, best dresses, best fashion produced anywhere in the world has to walk the ramp in Paris. Now, the best beings produced, superconscious breakthrough, Nithyananda yogis are walking the ramp in Paris. I have sent them to Paris to introduce them to the world, having large wealth, outdated old fashion, having large houses, outdated old fashion, having huge cars, outdated old fashion, having best boyfriend, girlfriend, outdated old fashion, having all the drugs, luxuries, all outdated old fashion, done with it. Having powers is the trend. Having superconscious breakthrough and having powers is the trend. I told Paris, get trendy. I told Paris, get trendy, become fashionable. Don't miss it. For quite a long time, you guys were setting the trend and fashion. Now it is time we set the trend and fashion. It is now Rudraksha, that is fashion. And powers of Rudra, that is trend. Not just purpose of human life, the purpose of life on the planet Earth itself is only to have a superconscious breakthrough. If you are hearing these words, you have all the right to have superconscious breakthrough. It's your birthright. Fill your intention form. I'll make it into reality. It will become real. It will become reality. So, with the blessings of Mahasadashiva, grace of Dhanagarshana Bhairava, Swarnagarshana Bhairava, your intention to be here in Mahasadashivoham, December, January, for 25 days will become reality. Now, sit with the intention. We will come to the Uttaranga Puja, completion of Homa and Aushadha preparation. So with this, successfully the Homa of Swarnagarshana Bhairava and Dhanagarshana Bhairava and the Aushadha of Swarnagarshana Bhairava and Dhanagarshana Bhairava is completed. Now, if you are physically here in Bengaluru Adinam, apply this Aushadha, which is in this two, on your third eye and both the temples. If you are online sitting with us, one way or two way, my blessings, you already received the blessings. Now it is time, you file your intention to come to Mahasadashivoham and it will be made into reality. All the other intentions you wrote, which you want to manifest, when the wealth consciousness is awakened in you, will start manifesting. My blessings to all of you. Be blissful. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
மண்ணே மாமலையே மணியே மாணிக்கமே மரகதமே வைரமே பொன்னே புகழ் சேர் பொன்மலையே சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா அஞ்ஞான கடல் நீங்கி கணக்கு ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் குருநாதா நித்யானந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் நித்யானந்தா கொண்டு கங்கை முடிக்கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி புடுக்கை தனையேந்தும் காலனே புடி தோலனே மீனி பிடியால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே ஞாயிறு திங்கள் நித்த முறைகின்ற செவ்விழி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொற்களே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமொழி காணா மலையே அகிலம் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே நாதாவரணனே நால்வர் போற்றிட நயமுடனாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழகாலம் உண்டு ஆழம் காடுதனில் ஆனந்த நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே மங்கையிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை முடி பூசி உடுகை தனையேந்தும் காலனே புலி தோலனே மீனின் விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே அப்பாய் காட்சி தரும் எங்கள் ஆணை காவரசே ஆதியந்தமிலாத ஜோதிய அருணகிரி உரைநாதனே உலகைய கிடும் வாயு வடிவே காலகத்தி ஈசனே தொழுதிடத்தில்லை நகர்தனி வானில் ஆடும் கூத்தனே பஞ்சபூதம் நித்தம் பணியும் பரமனே பரமே विरचित नित्य वैभव गुप्त कैलैवासने ईशने सर्वेशने परमेशने जगदीशने नित्यने आनन्दने यं जीवने गुरुदेवने नित्यने आनन्दने यं जीवने गुरुदेवने.
राजाधिराजाय प्रशक्यशालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे श्यामे कामाय मह्यं स्वामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैष्णवाय महाराजाय नमः.
சனடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றதி மலனடி போற்றி மாயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெரும் துறையினம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவரவந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டையும் இனி கரம் தந்து காத்திட்டு கருணை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட நித்தியனின் வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய். சூலமும் மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையாக்கடல் நீர் குடியோடு தரிசனம் அருளவா செம்பொன் மாள சிற்றவை தனிலே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே மண்ணும் புகழ் பெறும் நான் வரை நாயகா மதியில் நிறைந்திடுவாய் மதி உணராதவர்க்கு மதி உணர் செய்திட மண்மழு நீ ஏந்திவாய் அறவாடிட சூழ்ந்திட சேர நீ வருவாய் அகம் உணர்ந்திட புறம் மகிழ்ந்திட புலித்தோலோடு நீ வருவாய். विमुक्ति कारणे नादिकेश दिव्य ब्रह्मरूपने मीनाक्षि शक्ति सहित सुन्दरेशने अण्णामलै उदित नित्यनन्दने चित्त अचित्तெல்லாம் முன்னாலே இயக்கும் முன்னாலே உந்தன் கண்ணாலே சிகையில் அணிந்திட்ட மதியாலே மதிலின் ஒளியாலே தெளிந்திடும் வழியாலே ஜீவன் முக்தி பெற விழைந்தோமே உந்தன் திரு வேண்டுமே. வேள்வியாகினாய் கேள்வியாகினாய் கேள்விக்கான பதிலுமாகினாய். ஊழியாகினாய் உலகுமாகினாய் அதுவாகி அருள்படி தரும் கர்ம விதைகள் தீர்க்கும் காசிநாதனே. எங்கள் கர்மம் போக்கி எம்மையாளும் நேசனே. ஏகாந்தமாக ஏக பாதம் தூக்கியே மணியாரை காக்க வேண்டும் நித்யநந்தனே.